Just having a cat snuggling up with you every day can open the door to financial opportunities and unexpected luck flowing into your home. It may sound simple, but in the practice of Feng Shui, cats are more than just adorable pets. They are seen as living beings that carry yang energy, the type of energy that is active, flexible, and full of life. When a creature carrying yang energy is present in your home, the energy flow in your space begins to shift. Hidden corners get cleared out, and lucky energy gets a chance to move and spread. Even when your home is sometimes messy, cramped, or lacking in vibrancy, the presence of a cat can still activate positive energy. Whether they are leaping up, walking around, curling up to sleep, or simply gazing at you with those deep, focused eyes, they are constantly contributing to pulling in opportunities and prosperity for the people who live there. In today's video, we are going to explore why having a cat in your house can attract wealth, good fortune, and unexpected chances, and how to recognize the signs, as well as how to care for your cat in a way that activates this lucky energy. Before we begin, drop a positive affirmation you wish to bring into your life down in the comments below. Wealth and blessings are staying with my family. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss easy Feng Shui tips to bring good fortune and abundance into your home. Now, before we dive into the signs that show your cat is bringing wealth and prosperity into your life, let's take a moment to understand why cats are often seen as guardians of fortune in the home. Across many cultures around the world, there is a shared belief passed down through generations. When a healthy and peaceful cat lives in a home, the space seems to be better protected and watched over. That may sound like a simple saying, but if you take a closer look at daily life, you will notice it reflects something quite practical. Cats help keep mice and pests away. They tend to reduce clutter in sensitive areas like the kitchen, food storage corners, and hidden nooks. A house with fewer rodents, less musty odor, and less small-scale destruction naturally feels safer and more stable. And that sense of safety is a crucial foundation that allows people to feel secure enough to save, preserve what they have built, and plan for the future. But cats do more than just chase mice. They are also quiet observers of the living environment. While they are not loud or disruptive, they are incredibly sensitive to even the tiniest changes around them, like a faint noise, an unfamiliar breeze, or a shift in the atmosphere. When a cat is able to curl up and fall into a deep sleep right in the middle of the living room, or stretch out peacefully by a window without being on high alert, it often means the energy in the house is calm and peaceful. A low-stress, low-conflict environment helps everyone think more clearly, communicate more kindly, and as a result, make better choices, including how they spend and manage their money. If you pay attention, you will notice that cats are very picky about where they choose to rest. They almost always avoid spots that are damp, dark, musty, or filled with clutter. Instead, they tend to pick places with soft lighting, fresh air, and open views, often spots where they can see the whole room. This is not some mystical behavior, but simply the natural instinct of a highly sensitive body seeking safety and comfort. And because of that, cats unintentionally show us where in the home our bodies feel more relaxed, our breath flows more easily, and our minds feel lighter. These are often the best spots for resting, reading, having meaningful conversations, or doing focused work. From a practical Feng Shui perspective, you can think of cats as living energy sensors in the home. Wherever your cat frequently visits, lays down, or sleeps deeply, that is often a gentle sign to give that space more attention. Clean it up, wipe things down, open the curtains to let sunlight in, maybe add a small plant or a simple decoration. On the other hand, areas that your cat never goes near, places that stay dark, moldy, or crammed with forgotten items, tend to make people feel tired, heavy, or unfocused when they enter. Just tidying up those corners can refresh the atmosphere and make everyone in the house feel lighter emotionally. That is why calling cats guardians of wealth is not about giving them magical powers to generate money out of thin air. It is a symbolic way to remind us that living with a cat helps us become more aware of the quality of the space we live in. A clean, well-lit home with peaceful, uncluttered areas and a calm atmosphere allows people to sleep better, feel less stressed, and avoid impulsive spending caused by exhaustion or pressure. In that kind of environment, money is managed more wisely and saving becomes easier. In other words, cats do not directly bring wealth into your home, but they quietly help maintain the foundation, your health, your mood, and the overall energy of the space, so that prosperity can grow and stay for the long term. After understanding why cats are considered guardians of wealth in the home, let us now go deeper and explore the characteristics commonly associated with cats that carry the energy of prosperity and abundance. Let's see if your cat at home shows any of these signs. First characteristic: gentle cats that are not overly destructive. In homes where cats live peacefully and the atmosphere stays calm, one common pattern stands out. The cats tend to have a gentle personality. They are not the type that causes chaos all day long. Sure, they are still curious and playful like any other cat. They may chase shadows, play with toys, or climb up high to explore. But they rarely tear up the furniture, shred curtains, knock things over on purpose, or flip baskets upside down. Their energy level is just enough to keep the house from feeling dull, but not so much that everyone is constantly complaining about cleaning up after the cat all day. When you live with a cat like that, the atmosphere in the home often becomes noticeably softer. There are fewer loud arguments, fewer moments of frustration when something valuable gets broken, and less overall tension from feeling like your home is in constant disarray. Elderly family members do not need to keep reminding others to protect the furniture, and younger ones are not constantly pulled into family drama just because the cat caused a mess. These things might seem small, but not having to constantly deal with these minor annoyances makes everyday life feel much lighter. Another valuable trait of gentle cats is that they know when to stop. When they play, they still have claws and teeth, but they often hold back, making sure not to hurt you. When they want attention, they choose to come sit nearby, nuzzle your leg, lie next to your book or your screen, and give a few soft meows to let you know they are there, instead of jumping onto the table and knocking over your pens, cups, or paperwork. This allows the rhythm of daily life to stay relatively stable, with fewer unexpected interruptions to your work or routine. Over time, this kind of energy has a big impact on how a household manages important things. When people do not waste too much energy on minor pet dramas, they have more mental space to focus on work, take care of their health, and think about long-term goals. Instead of being consumed by irritation over a broken item, they can use that energy to review expenses, organize bill payments, plan savings, or support their children and grandchildren. A home with fewer outbursts and less anxiety over damage is always a better foundation for calm and thoughtful financial decisions. Another trait of gentle cats is that they are not overly shy, but they are not clingy either. They trust humans enough to be held, petted, and to lie near family members. They are comfortable playing gently with children, but they also maintain enough distance so that everyone feels at ease. When there are guests, they usually do not panic or hide completely, but quietly observe from a safe spot. This balance between affection and personal space creates a home that feels both warm and safe, never overwhelming. In such an environment, people are more likely to talk to each other, to sit down and discuss life's bigger topics: health, family, plans, money, and the future, without the added pressure of everyday conflicts. Second characteristic, where the cat chooses to rest. After looking at personality, the next sign of a cat that aligns with prosperous energy is something that might seem small, where it chooses to rest each day. Cats do not choose spots randomly. Their bodies are very sensitive to temperature, light, and airflow. They are drawn to comfortable places with gentle lighting, not too bright, not too dark, and soft air movement, like a quiet corner by the window, a peaceful hallway, or a clean patch of floor. If you try sitting in the spot your cat usually naps, you might notice that you, too, feel calmer and breathe more easily. From a practical Feng Shui perspective, these spots are often where the qi, or energy, in the home is still flowing smoothly, not blocked by clutter, moisture, or heaviness. These areas tend to be perfect for important activities: reading, journaling, doing light work, or planning for the future. In other words, your cat's body is quietly pointing out the places in your home that are still breathing well. And those are the areas you might want to make better use of. One interesting observation is that cats often hang around spaces where we store or deal with important things: wooden cabinets, bookshelves, desks, the drawer where you keep your wallet, or even the area near a safe. To the cat, these are simply sturdy, clean surfaces that feel secure and quiet. But for the family, these are often financial command centers, where cash, cards, contracts, receipts, and important paperwork pass through regularly. When you notice your cat frequently near these areas, consider it a subtle reminder to keep these financial corners tidy, well lit, and uncluttered. Do not mix important papers with junk, or let old bills and boxes pile up without realizing it. You can even turn your cat's favorite resting spot into a smart little Feng Shui trick for your finances. Pick a spot your cat often visits, especially if it is near your desk, bookshelf, or the place where you keep your wallet or safe, and give it some attention. Wipe down the surfaces, reduce clutter, make sure the lighting is soft but bright enough. You might place a small tray or box for documents you need to deal with, and add a small jar to represent your savings as a quiet reminder to take care of your financial well-being. Then, make it a weekly habit to sit in that very spot for a few minutes to review expenses, organize receipts, check upcoming bills, and decide what to keep or toss. This does not need to take long. Just be consistent and calm while doing it. When your money space is in a bright, open, and pleasant part of the house, and connected to a relaxing experience, saving and managing money becomes much easier and more intentional. It is from these small moments of quiet focus that prosperity in the realist sense, meaning clarity and stability in finances, is nurtured right inside your own home. Third characteristic, physical appearance. Many people tend to focus on a cat's fur color, but in reality, it is not about "this color makes you rich." It is more about the feeling certain colors bring to a space. Cats with golden, white, or calico fur are often preferred simply because they brighten the room just by being there. Golden fur brings the warmth of morning sunlight, reminding us of comfort and abundance. White fur evokes a sense of cleanliness and simplicity, like a blank page ready for fresh plans. Calico cats, with their blend of multiple colors, often bring a feeling of harmony, like a balance of all life's different aspects. These impressions are more about emotional and aesthetic response than any mystical belief in luck. When you have a cat that lifts your mood just by looking at it, you naturally want to take better care of it. People begin brushing their cats more often, cleaning their eyes, keeping their fur neat and fresh. They also start paying attention to where the cat spends time, cleaning the area more often, vacuuming the rug, wiping down the floor, reducing pet hair, smells, or messes. Caring for a cat often leads to cleaning up the space around it. Rugs get vacuumed more frequently, chairs are recovered, floors are mopped, and unnecessary items in the cat's area are thrown out. A clean, bright home with fewer odors may not magically turn into a wealthy home, but it does become a healthy environment where people sleep better, feel less tired, concentrate more, and most importantly, avoid unnecessary spending on repairs, replacements, or cleaning costs due to neglect. If you look a little deeper, a cat's appearance can also reflect how the owner feels about themselves. A cat with clean fur, clear eyes, and trimmed claws is not a symbol of luck, but of an owner who has chosen to care. Someone who has not given up. People who regularly groom their pets often also tend to tidy other parts of their life, like their workspace, their documents, their financial corners. All of these things over time affect financial health. Organized papers, durable items, less waste, less impulsive spending, and more control over what they own. On a more subtle level, some people even see a cat's fur color as a gentle reminder of how they view money and life. Looking at a light-colored cat might encourage them to stay clear in their thoughts, to be honest, transparent, and avoid being swayed by vague fears or rumors when making financial decisions. Looking at a multicolored cat may remind them that life is not just about earning. It is also about resting, enjoying, caring for health and family. If you lean too far toward just making money, you may lose your balance. These reflections are not for everyone, but for some, they are a gentle nudge toward adjusting their attitude, one day at a time. In the end, what matters most is how we manage our everyday lives and finances. Are we willing to take notes, review spending habits, let go of what no longer serves us, and keep what truly matters? A cat, with its adorable appearance and mood-lifting colors, should simply be seen as a symbol, a beautiful note in your home that helps brighten your mood and encourages you to take better care of your space. When your house is clean, organized, and filled with light, your mind feels clearer, and your financial decisions are more likely to be calm, balanced, and long-lasting. Once we understand the traits of cats that are associated with prosperity, the next step is to take a closer look at what not to do, certain habits and ways of setting up your home and caring for your cat that, while small, can create a heavy atmosphere and reduce that sense of flow and clarity around your life and finances. The first thing to avoid is keeping your cat locked up for long periods in dark, smelly areas, like next to a storage closet, beside the bathroom, or near a large trash bin. These are places where energy tends to stagnate, smells build up, and maintenance is often overlooked. Forcing your cat to stay in that kind of space all day not only affects the cat's health, but also brings down the overall energy of the house. Just walking past those areas can feel uncomfortable, let alone trying to imagine them as spaces where wealth and good fortune might thrive. If circumstances require you to designate a specific area for your cat, treat it as an important part of your home, not a temporary afterthought. Choose a spot with at least a little steady light, preferably with access to a door or window that allows for airflow. Keep it away from garbage and bathroom zones. Always make sure the bed, litter box, and food bowl are kept clean, dry, and free of strong odors. A small, clean space with good air circulation helps the cat stay calm, and the humans feel more at ease. That sense of ease forms the emotional foundation that allows the family to think more clearly about work and finances. The second thing to avoid is letting your cat's favorite corner turn into a dumping ground for clutter. Clothes you have worn but not yet washed, unsorted papers, plastic bags, cardboard boxes, or random items you do not even remember why you kept. For the cat, it may just be a cozy, familiar-smelling place to curl up and nap. But for you, seeing that growing pile of unorganized stuff can instantly trigger a sense of stress, mental heaviness, and avoidance. And when you are in that headspace, it becomes very hard to stay clear and focused, especially when it comes to handling documents, records, and money matters. A practical approach is to treat the place your cat often visits as a reflection of your own organization habits. Regularly clear out things you no longer need, fold clothes neatly, separate important documents from the junk pile, rearrange items that are still useful, and clean the floor and surfaces. When that familiar corner becomes clean, clear, and bright, it not only keeps your cat healthy, but also gives you a sense of control over your living space. And that feeling of control often leads to a more proactive attitude toward tracking your expenses, paying what needs to be paid, and saving what should be saved. The third thing to be mindful of is letting your cat hang around the kitchen area too much, or frequently jump up onto the dining table. These are spaces directly connected to your family's meals. If countertops, chairs, and tables are constantly covered with cat fur, paw prints, or knocked over items, then mealtimes become less relaxing. Adults end up cleaning instead of enjoying their food, constantly telling others to be careful. What should be a peaceful moment for everyone to recharge becomes a stressful chore. And when you are already tense during meals, it is hard to think clearly about any kind of long-term plan, including financial ones. Instead of yelling or scolding your cat every time it jumps onto the stove or the table, set clear boundaries and patiently train your cat not to get on cooking or dining surfaces. Give your cat a nearby spot of its own, a small bed or a chair close to the table, so it can still enjoy the family's company without interfering with the meal. A tidy kitchen and clean dining table, with fewer moments of panic over spilled drinks or flying fur, helps mealtimes return to their true role. Moments to refuel, share stories from the day, and talk through important matters like budgeting, supporting the kids, or saving for the future. It is during those calm, complete conversations that your family's financial well-being and prosperity energy get quietly nurtured, day by day. When we start adjusting the way we live with our cats and the spaces around them, we begin to realize that prosperity at home does not come from anything grand or flashy. It comes from something simple. The feeling of ease when you walk in the door and there is no stale smell, no forgotten, messy corners, and the kitchen and dining area feel calm and warm again. These everyday changes clear the mind, lighten your emotions, and help you think more clearly about money and what abundance means for your family. Wealth, in this context, is not about luck or chance. It is the result of a home that is cared for, a stable environment where people can rest, work, and plan for the future. The cat is simply a guide. By observing where it lies, how it reacts, we get small hints to ask ourselves, is there a corner we need to clean up? A habit we should adjust? A spot we could dedicate to peace and order, especially in areas connected to meals and money? When you restore freshness and warmth to your home, your heart naturally opens up too. And from there, it becomes much easier to make decisions that are wise, balanced, and sustainable. And before you go, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. I keep my home clean, warm, and always full of prosperity. And do not forget to hit subscribe so that with each passing day, you can receive more gentle tips to make your home cozier, your living space tidier, your mind calmer, and your wealth stay longer with your family.